The button, they're off. Schumann on the outside is away very quickly, but he doesn't want to lead on it. Wicked Burrito began well, so did High Typhoon. And Schumann's caught very wide early, and he might have to lead now. Schumann is crossing over to go to a narrow lead in the early stages over Apache King, who's pushing up on the inside of Mr. Hawk. Medicine is obliged to race 3 deep, is now easing back. High Typhoon is caught out fairly wide, followed by Baroncelli. Wicked Burrito deep and is now going forward in a hurry, and back at the tail is Earthquake. To the 900 mark, Schumann got across to the fence to lead by more than a length to Mr. Hawk, and there's Wicked Burrito going up in a hurry 3 deep. The leader wants to over race. Apache King is getting a nice run on the fence on the inside of stablemate High Typhoon, followed closely then by Medicine on the outside of Baroncelli. Earthquake is travelling 3 deep at the tail of the field as they come to the 600 metres mark. Schumann held up, leads from Mr. Hawk and Wicked Burrito 3 deep. Apache King on the fence, and then High Typhoon being ridden a bit now, followed by Medicine, Baroncelli and Earthquake last under the whip. On the turn, Schumann is a clear-cut leader. Mr. Hawk has called it today. Wicked Burrito getting to second. Apache King is hooked out and is starting to run on strongly. Schumann's in front at the 300 by a length to Apache King. High Typhoon running on fairly well, but he's green. Schumann's the leader by the 200. Apache King is the only possible danger. They're a street in front of the others. Schumann just the leader. Apache King on the outside claims him. Apache King is coming home far the better, and he's racing away in the last bit to make it 2 on the trot. Apache King beat Schumann. Baroncelli got up for third, followed by High Typhoon and Medicine, and then Earthquake, and a long way back Mr. Hawk, and Wicked Burrito has weakened out of it to finish at the tail of the field. But he did have a pretty hard run, Wicked Burrito. Apache King, a cushy run. B. York on the fence. I'll tell you, don't know if it's my imagination, but B. York gave R.S. Dye a fair bit of room when he went past him on that one. You could have put 3 horses between them. Have a look at the gap there. Brian, of course, remembering that.
10-11-4 for Terry in the 4th. Let's go to Moonee Valley for the hurdle. Here's John Russell.
And they're off. Good start on the Ted Best hurdle. First out, Skim away near the inside. Mexican Sage began well, as did Kingston Dreamer. And Wicker Man going fast on the outside, looking for the early leaders. They jumped the first hurdle. Up to the second of the double. One's got rider, lost his rider there. Ellie Jugar's parted company with his jockey. And over the next one they go. One out of the race already, Ellie Jugar's. They go round the back in the first lap, looking for a leader. Here it's Wicker Man. About a length in advance of leading Bounty, settling second. Going fast on the outside, Desiree, Noble Colony. Caught a bit deep there, Kingston Dream around the outside of Mexican Sage, followed by Sir Poet. A length and a half then to Planet Hollywood. Getting back second last is Skim away, and trailing the field is Grey Sovereign. Along the back in the first circle to the next jump, and Wicker Man leads over it by a length in advance of Desiree. Over on the inside, then about 4 lengths away, Noble Colony, being followed closely a bit further back by Leading Bounty and Mexican Sage. A length further back is Sir Poet, followed by Kingston Dream on the outside, Planet Hollywood. Then came Skim away second last, and Grey Sovereign is last of all. Coming down the school side in the first circle, two hurdles ahead of them here in this section, and the leader Wicker Man about a length and a half. Desiree second as they go over that one, followed by Noble Colony. He's over on the inside of Sir Poet, prominent today. Then Leading Bounty pushing up on the inside. A length further back, Mexican Sage and Kingston Dream at the next jump. Further back is Planet Hollywood. Next to last, Grey Sovereign. Last Skim away as they come around the home turn the first time. And Wicker Man lobbing along about a length clear of Desiree. In third place, Leading Bounty over on the inside of Sir Poet, being followed by Mexican Sage and Noble Colony together. A length then Planet Hollywood, followed by Kingston Dream. Wide on the track as Grey Sovereign. Skim away last of all as they enter the straighter and come down towards the judge with just over a circle left to go, and Wicker Man the leader. Out by a length, Desiree a second. A length and a half further back as Sir Poet, Leading Bounty. Then Noble Colony, followed by Mexican Sage and Kingston Dream between horses. Over on his inside, Planet Hollywood, and deeper on the track there, Grey Sovereign, and last is Skim away. They're going into the final lap, about 1,800 metres left to travel, and still Wicker Man making play. Leads about 2 lengths in advance of Desiree. A length and a half to Sir Poet, followed by Leading Bounty. He's had a lovely run. Further back is Noble Colony, Mexican Sage behind them, Kingston Dream. Then further back, Planet Hollywood, followed by Grey Sovereign, and last of all is Skim away as they come back to where they started with just under 1,600 metres left to travel, and Wicker Man the leader. Desiree's hanging, coming to the next jump, and Wicker Man cleared it nicely, a length and a half in advance of Desiree. They're followed by Leading Bounty, in behind them Sir Poet, moving up on the outside, Noble Colony, followed by Mexican Sage and Kingston Dream. Planet Hollywood is back in behind them, Grey Sovereign, Skim away as they go round the back, 1,200 metres left to go, and it's Desiree over on the outside challenging for the lead with Wicker Man as they go into the back, a length and a half, Noble Noble Colony. They were followed next then by Sir Poet on the inside of Mexican Sage. 2 lengths away, ridden along now Kingston Dreamer. Leading Bounty's lost ground at the next one as they go to it, and Grey Sovereign behind them, and Kingston Dream dripped on landing. And as they go along the back here, Desiree's gone to a clear lead with about 700 metres left to go. Desiree the leader, a length to Noble Colony, a length and a half then Mexican Sage, followed by Sir Poet and Wicker Man. Grey Sovereign making ground, hard ridden next is Kingston Dream, and a good long gap then. 2 skim away, Planet Hollywood's a mile back as they go to the second last jump. Desiree the leader, got over it by a length to Noble Colony. 3 lengths further back, Sir Poet there, followed by Mexican Sage. Then Grey Sovereign still being very hard ridden, Kingston Dream at the last jump, and a good long way back then is Skim Away as they come around the home turn. Look to match in 2. The jumping's all over, and Desiree the mare just in advance of Noble Colony is coming at it strongly. They've gone away by 8 lengths to Sir Poet, followed by Mexican Sage. Kingston Dream behind them, Grey Sovereign. They're making the home turn. Noble Colony on the outside and Desiree are locked together. 8 lengths to Sir Poet, followed by Kingston Dream, and back in behind the Mexican Sage as they straighten up. Noble Colony's hit the front and looks set for victory. Noble Colony in the Swettenham stud colours is drawing away here from Desiree. Well back as Sir Poet, Kingston Dream, and coming home well from a long way back, Skim Away, but Noble Colony won it nicely. 2 lengths ahead of Desiree, 5 lengths away Sir Poet, followed by Skim Away, who made up plenty of ground. Kingston Dream back behind the Mexican Sage. A long gap, Planet Hollywood leading Bounty, Wicker Man, and last to finish is Grey Sovereign.
A good start for the day for the Hay Stable. Noble Colony, $7.30 and $2.40. 3 Desiree, $1.80, and 6 Sir Poet, $2.10. 736 and Mick Patton was the winning rider. Now the Gold Coast, they're moving into line for the first. King Bay 5.
Very open affair. And they are all in. Started just holding them at the moment. Now the signal from behind. There's the light. And away they go. Appetising from the inside, jumped out okay with Ship of Dreams. Spirit Level going forward early with Tivlos. Settling in behind those was Dibble's Daughter on the inside there of Eastern Harvest. And around the outside then was Striking Success with Zoff's Lad. Also off the track, Young Astronaut going forward. Stylish led back to midfield around Lord Mitch. Then further back in the field, we had Appetising now drifting well back with Miss Maluka, Akaror King. And Temerarious, the jumper, was back second last, back with it Dibble's Daughter. The Southeasterner went to the front now, Young Astronaut, and straight away to lead by 2.5. The Zoff's Lad running second. Around its outside goes Stylish Led, now moving to second. So back to third, Zoff's Lad. Fourth on the inside then was Tivlos, a length and a half to Striking Success. Eastern Harvest next on the inside from Lord Mitch. Then back on the inside, Ship of Dreams from Spirit Level, a length and a half to Akaror King, Miss Maluka. Then Appetising. Dibble's Daughter was second last and Temerarious last of all. And there'd be nearly a dozen lengths from first to last, and it's Young Astronaut with a clear lead at the 1,000. Young Astronaut leading by 2.5, maybe 3.5 now to Stylish Led racing second. 2 away third, Zoff's Lad around Tivlos. Next on the outside was making ground Striking Success. Eastern Harvest back on the inside. A length and a half further back then to Lord Mitch. In that group as well, we had on the inside Ship of Dreams. Akaror King was wider out on the track. Further back in the field then to Appetising. It was well back in the field. Back with it Dibble's Daughter and Temerarious last of all. They've got 600 left to travel as they move up to the home turn. Young Astronaut still with a clear lead. He's coming back to them now though. Leads by a length. Moving up on the outside now was Stylish Led. Right around the outside cutting loose now was Striking Success from Zoff's Lad. Then Eastern Harvest. Lord Mitch starting his run from Akaror King. Tivlos held up on the inside from Spirit Level. Miss Maluka was well back with Appetising. And then further back Ship of Dreams and Temerarious in the home straight. Dibble's Daughter pulled right to the outside where Striking Success hit the lead from Stylish Led. Dibble's Daughter running on with Lord Mitch and Eastern Harvest. It's Striking Success the leader from Stylish Led. Eastern Harvest looking for the run between them. Wider out Lord Mitch, the leader Striking Success. Eastern Harvest trying to peg it back on the inside. Won't make it. Striking Success. Striking Success wins the first by, well, just over a head to Eastern Harvest. Third goes to Stylish Led, then Spirit Level. Dibble's Daughter next with Lord Mitch from Appetising. Further back, Temerarious, a good run, the jumper. Then Zoff's Lad, Akaror King, Miss Maluka. Well back the early leader, Young Astronaut with Tivlos. And one of the last to pull up, Ship of Dreams.
One at double figure odds.
To be taking a piece of gear over to something in about gate 4 or 5. I can't imagine what that'd be. Referral stands in well, so does Armour Piercing. Lineage trained by Gary Moore. Now starters ready. All set, hits the button and they're off and running, and Pipes jumped only fairly. Referral's a shade tardy to begin. Shilling is the first out over Bozeman. Lineage is away well, so is Old Man. Referral getting up on the fence on the inside of Armour Piercing, followed by Pipe, who's dropping over close to the rail. And last of all is Freeport as they go by the 1200 mark. Shilling is in front, pulling hard, led by a length on Bozeman, a length Referral, and neck away Lineage on the outside. A length to Old Man, followed by Pipe, who's hemmed away on the inside of Armour Piercing, and a length and a half last of all Freeport. They're on the first turn at the 900 mark and they're speeding up. Shilling is over racing by 3/4 to Bozeman, 2.5 away in third place. Referral tucked away on the inside of Lineage, 2 to Old Man, a length and a half to Pipe, a neck away Armour Piercing, and 2 to Freeport last as they come to the 600 metres mark. Shilling is almost joined by Bozeman on the outside. Referral's getting a cushy run third on the inside of Lineage, and then Old Man. Pipe is now scrubbed along. Armour Piercing is 3 deep and Freeport is last for home, but Kevin Moses is coming to the outside and giving that horse plenty of grass. Straightening up past the 400, Bozeman shot to the front over Lineage and Old Man. Pipe with a white blaze between horses starting to run on, and his Referral diving through in the middle. Look at this for a race at the 200. Anyone a 4 or 5 can win. Old Man on the outside, Pipe in the middle, Referral on the inside. Freeport is coming late. It's Old Man and Pipe, and they're going to fight it out from Referral as they hit the line. Or I'd say Pipe in the middle, Pipe possibly a breath to Referral, and Old Man on the outside. Freeport is close up at the head of the others, Shilling, and then Armour Piercing, and the last couple of Bozeman and Lineage. Well, it was a 3-horse war over the last 100 metres. Pipe.
Mrs. Sumania won well at Kilmore last time out, came home strongly to score there. Chevelle coming up to complete the line for the second event, the Super Vobis Gull Baked Pies Handicap. And they're all ready to run. Thing on the inside standing in well. Set for action. And they're off. And Thing is missed it by length, and slow out Lazekala, as was Make Mine Diamonds. One of the first to get out was Birdland Jazz towards the inside, went straight to the front here from Ken Rosa. Going fast along the inside is All the Blur, and they're followed by Bell Cabin. Over on the outside, rear bits behind them, Chevelle. Further back then is Lazekala being hunted up, followed by Make Mine Diamonds. A length and a half to Mr. Bow, followed by Thinger. And Rainbows for me is last of all. 800 metres left to run. Birdland Jazz leads a half length to Ken Rosa. A length to rear bits moving up on the outside, followed by All the Blur. Further back is French Flute over on the inside, making ground Lazekala. 3 off the rail there is Bell Cab, there followed by Chevelle. Further back Make Mine Diamonds, followed by Rainbows from me and Mr. Bow and Thinger as they race up with about 500 metres left to go. And this leader travelling well is Birdland Jazz, a length in advance here of Rear Bits moving up on the outside with Earl of Blur also going forward, and behind them Ken Rose has lost ground, pulled to the outside, Lazekala running on. Then came Bell Cab as they're making the home turn. Birdland Jazz about a half length in advance here of All a Blur. 3 off the rails under pressure now as Rear Bits, and wider on the track coming at them quickly as Lazekala as they straighten. Birdland Jazz immediately grabbed by Lazekala, who went straight to the lead and looked set for victory. Lazekala raced around a bit in the straight, but is well clear in the run home and wins it well after that slow start. Lazekala goes away to score by 3 lengths to Birdland Jazz. Third is Bell Cab. Thing has come from last to run fourth, a good run. Then Chevelle, followed by Rear Bits, and back in behind them is All a Blur, Mr. Bow, followed by Rainbows from me and Make Mine Diamonds and Ken Rose, and last to finish is French Flute. Raced a bit greedily in the stretch, but did the job very well after that slow beginning. Had to be booted up early to get up to about 6th on settling down. It's just kept going here. Lazekala. Number 8, the winner, Lazekala. In the second of the day, congratulations to Connections, Joe Throsby, Michael Tabor and Mrs. Sue Mania. Nice colt, this fellow, by Last Tycoon out of Swift Sind. Trained by Lee Friedman at Caulfield, written by Eddie Wilkinson.
Cossack Law. Driving through next then was Mr. Discreet with Gentle Appeal on the inside from Bronx Bully. Viking Orbiter. Thrilling was wider out on the track with Hey Hero, then Land Attack. Well back was Safe Cracker. Back with it Karinsky, and one of the last was Zings. Hopes about midfield. They move up inside the 700 now, and Gilded Star, one of the newcomers, the leader. Led by a length here to Cossack Law on the inside of Mr. Discreet. A length and a half to Viking Orbiter. Gentle Appeal on its inside. Wider out then was Bronx Bully from Hey Hero. Further back Safe Cracker. Then Land Attack the inside inside, thrilling a long way back and being hard ridden. Then Hope, Zings and Karinsky last of all. On the turn at the 400, Gilded Star the leader, led by a length and a half to Mr. Discreet. Coming to the outside, Cossack Law. Land Attack sticking to the inside. Gentle Appeal was wider out with Viking Orbiter. Cossack Law hit the lead at the 250. Gentle Appeal starting to run on strongly with Mr. Discreet. Then Safecracker. The leader, Cossack Law from Mr. Discreet. Gentle Appeal the outside, putting in the big ones. Viking Orbiter wider out. Gentle Appeal hit the lead. Viking Orbiter laid out wide, but Gentle Appeal wins. Gentle Appeal wins by just over a length. Give Viking Orbiter second in a photo from Cossack Law and close up Mr. Discreet. Then Hey Hero. Safecracker next from Land Attack. Thrilling never came into it. Gilded Star knocked up after showing good pace. Further back then to Hopes, Zings, Karinsky and Bronx Bully.
To his purse. Now the starter's onto his stand and they look to be all set and ready for dispatch. A small field here. 1,200 metres. Dylan, a very short favourite. They're off and over the moon, sprawled out of the gate. He's last to leave the machine. Power Factor's rider is very anxious to lead and he's scrubbing along to head off Racket. Cedar Rapids going up quickly into second spot, wants to over-race. Kevin Moses tries to steady now, but Cedar Rapids is fired up and he's going to pull his way to the lead. Cedar Rapids by about a half length on Power Factor. They're going quickly. 3 lengths away, Racket, followed closely by Pirate's Yarn on the outside of Dylan. 2 to Avian Way, a length to Young Inch and a length to Over the Moon. Fairly well spread out at the 700. Cedar Rapids is a bit fresh today and he wants to bolt. He's a half in front of Power Factor. 3 lengths away, Dylan, who's tracking up on the inside of Racket. 2.5 to Pirate's Yarn under pressure, followed by Avian Way and then Over the Moon and Young Inch. Dylan is immediately easing across the heels of the 2 leaders as they turn for home, and Larry Cassidy pops the question. The odds-on favourite Dylan has quickly raced up to head Cedar Rapids. Pirate's Yarn getting the inside run. Further out, Racket and Avian Way. Dylan is flat chat to draw clear 100 metres out and he's got him beaten now, and Dylan is racing right away in the last bit and he's going to keep his good record intact. Dylan wins easily. Cedar Rapids a very good run for second with Pirate's Yarn third. Avian Way died on his run, followed by Power Factor, then Young Inch and Over the Moon, and Racket pulled up with the tail enders. Long striding horse who just took a little while to pick up when he came across the heels of the 2 leaders, but he was really in full flight in the last bit and raced away to win as he liked. His record now reads 17 starts, 5 wins, 5 seconds, 3 thirds. And Dylan's going...
Rad first. Sun Usurper got out well with Belcapon and Mogul the Grey dropping back as they go to the first jumper. Deeper on the track, Nocky Top, followed by Gigabar very wide there with an illusion as they go to the second of the treble, the first timer. In behind them, Just Dynamite, followed by Best Endeavours, and Shenton Street is tailed out to last. Around the first turn, and Burraway Lord takes up the running, leads about 2 lengths to Belcapine, half a length further back, an illusion as they go around the back in the first circuit. A length and a half then Footloose Family on the inside of Gigabar, being followed by Silky Sun, and Mogul is on the rails. A length into Usurper, followed by Nocky Toff and Just Dynamite, who's reefing for his head over on the outside of Best Endeavours, and about to whip around that pair is Shenton Street, the first of the double down the back, and the leader now going fast. Burraway Lord about 2.5 lengths to Belcapine. He jumped that one beautifully, and Burraway Lord the leader by 2 lengths to Belcapine. There's one parted company with his jockey. It's Footloose Family, the first casualties. They go down the side the first time, and Burraway Lord showing out a length and a half. Belcapine is being restrained in second place. A length further back then an illusion. Jegabar pulling a bit over on the outside, being followed by Mogul, and just in behind them came Nocky Toff, and in behind them Silky Sun as they jump the first of the 2 fences down the school side. Best Endeavours was second last, and Shenton Street last of all. 10 lengths covers the field. Down to the next tall timber. Burraway Lord the leader by a length and a half in advance of Belcapine. Here he comes to it. Measured and jumped it perfectly. Burraway Lord by 2 lengths to Belcapine. And Illusion is close handy on the outside. A length and a half further back to Gigabar around the outside of Mogul. They're followed by Usurper in behind them. Then moving up a Silky Sun. Nocky Toff is back behind them. And then came Best Endeavours, being followed by Just Dynamite, who's second last, and Shenton Street trails the field. In the straight they race. Just over a second left to go, and an even pace in running. And Burraway Lord by a length and a half. And Illusion is second. A length further back over on the inside to Belcapine. Then Silky Sun, followed by Gigabar. Over on the inside is the Grey Mogul as they go down past the judge. 1,800 metres left to go. A length and a half. Shenton Street on the outside of Nocky Toff, followed by Usurper. And the last couple here are Best Endeavours and Just Dynamite as they swing down the side with about 1,650 metres left to travel in the Ian McDonald steeplechase. And Burraway Barawai Lord leads the way. He's a half length to Andalusian, almost back to where they start as they go to the treble once again. 2 lengths away, Bel Capone. They're followed by Silky Sun over on the inside to Mogul. Jigabard very deep, going to that first of the treble. Jumped it very awkwardly too, Jigabard. And as they go to the next one here, it's Barawai Lord doing it well still. Hasn't put a foot wrong. Barawai Lord, here he comes to the last of the treble. And again jumped beautifully, a length and a half in advance here of Bel Capone. Jigabard again didn't jump that one too well. Around the back they travelled. 1,250 metres left to go, and Barawai Lord the leader. Half a length in advance of Bel Capone. A length and a half in Illusion. 4 lengths away to Jigabard, who's now getting a move on. He's making ground. They're followed by Silky Sun over on the inside to Mogul, followed by Usurper moving up as they come to the next fence here. 4 fences to jump. That's the 4th last one. Barawai Lord still the leader. Half a length to Bel Capone at the 3rd last. 3 lengths away. Jigabard running on. And Illusion is back in behind them. A good long gap. Usurper being followed by Silky Sun as they come down the side. 800 a run. And Bel Capone has dashed to the lead. Bel Capone is the leader. Barawai Lord's had enough. He's losing ground. Jigabard about to come around him, and Usurper still making ground behind them from an Illusion. Here's the 2nd last jump. Bel Capone the leader. Jumped it nicely. A length and a half to Jigabard. Then Barawai Lord being very hard ridden, followed by Usurper and Illusion. The last fence coming up ahead of them. Bel Capone with a handy break. Here he comes to it. Bel Capone, 3 lengths to Jigabard, is now under pressure. And Bel Capone let go with that one and jumped it beautifully. Jigabard being hard ridden is 2nd. 3 lengths away, Usurper. Then Barawai Lord, and they're followed by an Illusion. A good long gap in the field. Silky Sun as they're making the home turn. Bel Capone the leader. 2.5 lengths to Jigabard. 2 lengths further back as Usurper as they straighten up. The jumping's all over. 200 metres left to run. Bel Capone with a handy break. Jigabard trying hard in 2nd place under his big weight and down the outside Usurper. But Bel Capone looks to have it won with about 150 metres left to go. He's in no danger, Bel Capone. A much improved jumper, and Bel Capone comes down to score nicely on the line. Bel Capone wins it. Jigabard might be 2nd, just out of Usurper. Not much between the pair of them for 2nd and 3rd. Then an Illusion. Barawai Lord got very tired over the last 800 metres and was followed home by Best Endeavours. Behind them, Silky Sun, Shenton Street, Knocky Toff, a distant 2nd last, and a bad last is Mogul.
Righto, John. Bel Capone, number 6, $15.50 and $3. Now for the minors, it's a photo. Jigabard, number 1, and also 4, Usurper. There doesn't look to be much between those two on the line. 6 and a camera between 1 and 4 on the steeple. But they're almost set at the Gold Coast for race 3, 2.10 for Silver Roman, 6.14 Moonee Valley. Here's Terry.
Just about ready now. Race 3, Morfettville. Track rated dead, upgraded after the first race today. Quite a fine day here in Adelaide today. Heading for a top of about 17 degrees. Now stand by. We've got a problem with one at the gates. Broadcast.
Yeah, sorry, Terry, we're inspecting number 5, Ras
Brightier. Thanks for that. Thank you, Tom. Chairman of Stewards, Mr. Tom Hales, advising that Ras Brightier undergoing a vet's examination. The filly going back into the gates, though. So it would appear she's running. She's gone back in. We'll wait for David Tootle to get back aboard. Broadcast. OK, thank you. She will run. We better get back to the binoculars. It's a bit of a distance from the phone to the binoculars. OK, here we go. So we're all set. Ras Brightier undergoing a vet's examination, past fit to start. Jala Gold the favourite. There's the light. And away they go. Twinkles hopped out well with Jala Gold. Ras Brightier immediately dropped to the tail. New Elegance was showing some speed wide out with Apogee Storm. And driving through the pack now was Hunger Strike looking for the lead. Coming over Ideal Option gets to 2nd. Jala Gold's going to settle 3rd on the outside of Twinkles. Pushing through along the inside next then was Recollection. Right in that group also New Elegance and Cheryl's Dream. Further back then to Mac Moore. Then back on the inside, Die Dancer from City Dollar. Well back was Magic Leap with Apogee Storm, and Ras Brightier can't go at all. It's 10 lengths away last of all. The leader straight away though, Hunger Strike at the 600, led by 2.5 or 3 on the turn. 2 Ideal Option. Recollection 3rd on the inside from Jala Gold. Then Twinkles the inside from Die Dancer. City Dollar starting a run from Cheryl's Dream. Magic Leap making ground. New Elegance dropping out. Madame Merlot making ground from Apogee Storm. It was well back with Mac Moore, Instant Magic, and last of all Ras Brightier at the 300. This has got a big lead. Hunger Strike. It's 3 in front of Ideal Option. Wider out on the track then was City Dollar. Recollection making ground. Jala Gold doing nothing. Hunger Strike the leader though. Still a couple in front of Recollection and Ideal Option, and Hunger Strike Strike. It's going to win here, an early double for Ken Sweeney. In fact, he'll Quinella this race as well. And Hunger Strike wins by a length and a half. Second goes to Recollection and third Ideal Option. Next was City Dollar, then Twinkles. Next to finish was Die Dollar from Die Dancer, I should say, from Madame Merlot. Then Apogee Storm. Well back Magic led. Jala Gold put in a shocker today from New Elegance, Raspberry Tia, Mac Moore, Cheryl's Dream. And Instant Magic has also finished a long, long last.
Yes, a double to Ken Sweeney and also a double to Jared Lorenzini, who won the first race with striking success. This time it's Hunger Strike, $10.10 and $2.70 for a place. Had too big a break in them. Recollection number 11, $4.70 was Finding the Line OK, and Ideal Option number 3 battling away in third spot at $2 for a place. But Hunger Strike has run them off their feet, 13, 11 and 3 on the third race at Morphettville. Now, Moonee Valley, race 3, 6 Balcapine was the winner of the steeple, $15.50 and $3. 1 Gigabar, $1.30 and 4 Usurper, $2.30. 16.60 Quinella, trifecta, $399. That's on the third at Moonee Valley. Now, Rosehill Gardens, race 4. These 2-year-olds are at the gates. The second of the 2-year-old races for Rosehill today. Blazer is Rod Gallegos' late mail special from the Barbara Joseph stable. Race 4, number 8, Blazer. And Shinkansi at $3.10. Snore 6.10, 10 Sozzled or Sosled, 21 for Express Odds, 100 King Damar, Reno Lad 68, Blazer 4.70 and Prophet's Kiss at $20 with the race coming up in 3. Tempting 95, So Precise, Quick Flicks Little Brother 7.70, 63 Dominion Flyer, Whimsy 9.80 and Lena's Luck at 100 to 1. That's the call for Rosehill, and So Precise is John's selection to beat 1 Shinkansi and Snore number 2, and then 3, 8, 10 next best for the Superfecta for the 4th event at Rosehill. We'll take a break and be back with the 2-year-olds at Rosehill Gardens in Sydney after this.
He's onto his stand now to release the field. 1,100 metres the journey, and the inside runner is Whimsy. Bit of movement close down to the inside. So Precise it might be. They steady down, started watching them closely. Hits the button and they're off and running, and King Damar slow to move at the start. Express Odds is away brilliantly. So Precise bounced away fast, and scooting through is Blazer. Coming over from the outside, Sozzled, and Tempting from the extreme outside is going to head them all off, although Blazer again boots up to join Tempting as they settle down. They're going quickly. Sozzled is third on the outside of So Precise. Shinkansi trying to get over from his wide gate, followed closely by Whimsy. At the head of the others, Snore, and then Express Odds, and well back as King Damar as they near the turn, followed by Reno Lad, and then Lena's Luck, and the last couple are Dominion Flyer and Prophet's Kiss. Into the straight, Blazer with the inside running is the leader, and straightens up nicely clear over Tempting. Sozzled in third place, followed by So Precise and Shinkansi. Blazer the leader coming to the 200. He's well clear. The grey Sozzled is getting into second place. Tempting's gone, and then So Precise and Shinkansi. Blazer the leader 100 metres out. Sozzled going after him, and Shinkansi is trying hard to pick them up, but he can't. Sozzled reached the lead close to home, and he'll win. Sozzled is too good. Express Odds flew. He got up for second. Shinkansi did a big job for third. So Precise has run fourth, followed closely then by Blazer. At the head of the others, Snore, Reno Lad from Whimsy, Prophet's Kiss, and then Tempting, Dominion Flyer. Well back in the field is Lena's Luck, and King Damar last after a slow start. Winner is number 3, Sozzled, ridden by Lenny Beasley. Is trained by Max Lees and paid.
Hereditas on the inside, and they stand well. They're off to a good start, with the exception of Moonchase, who dwelt there and lost about 5 or 6 lengths. He's last and settling down. One of the first to jump out is Noble D, to immediately race to the lead here with Sterling Emblem. Getting through along the inside then is Hereditas into a prominent position, being followed further back in the field by Piking, and they were followed by Kimwood. Settling down on his stride, and Noble D the leader, about a length in advance of Hereditas. Over on the outside, Chase Me Charlie. In behind them, Sterling Emblem being followed by Kimwood on the inside of Piking as they come around the home turn the first time. As again, Park just in behind them, Shane's Castle over on the outside inside of Fly with Eagles, followed by Star Cossack. A length and a half further back is Alien Fella over on the inside to Flying Doodoo, followed by Razor Count, who's third last, followed by Neverho Flash, and tacking on after that slow start is Moon Chase. At the judge, a lap left to go, and Noble Deed cutting them along by a length. Hereditas close up the outside is Chase Me Charlie. A length and a half further back, Sterling Emblem being followed by Kenwood over on the inside of Az again as they race out of the straighter. Further back in the field, Shane's Castle out three wide is Piking, followed by Star Cossack, who's on the rails. 2 lengths further back then is Flying Voodoo, followed by Alien Fella. A length and a half, Neverho Flash, and Moon Chase is last of all. Down the side they race, 1,500 metres left to go, little or no change, and Noble Deed the pilot, led by a length to Chase Me Charlie on the outside of Hereditas, who's getting a nice run third. Close in behind them, Sterling Emblem being followed by Kenwood on the inside of Razor Count. A length further back as again. Then came Piking. He's followed closely over on the inside by Fly with Eagles. A bit further back in the field is Shane's Castle being followed by Star Cossack. Eased away off the fence to go around them into a more prominent berth. A length and a half then Alien Fella, Flying Voodoo, Neverho Flash, and Moon Chase is last of all. They're swinging to the back, just over 1,000 metres left to run, and Noble Deed still the leader. Half a length in advance of Chase Me Charlie. Up on the outside is Razor Count going forward. Hereditas on the inside being niggled at, followed by Sterling Emblem. A length to Piking. A length into Kenwood's had a nice run in transit, being followed by Az again, and Star Cossack is still 3 deep. A length and a half then Neverho Flash going around them on the outside of Shane's Castle, followed by Alien Fella. In behind them, losing ground, Fly with Eagles pull to the extreme outside. Moon Chase is starting to run on, and Flying Voodoo has got back to last. Down the skill side, just over 600 metres left to go, and Chase Me Charlie takes the lead. Piking is running a big race, and Piking shortly afterwards went to the front. Star Cossack moving up on the outside second. Piking Flash behind them. Behind them on the inside is Noble Deed, and Chase Me Charlie can't go on at the moment. Moon Chase is making up plenty of ground as they come up towards the home turn. Piking tackled by Star Cossack on the outside. They're out by 2 lengths to Neverho Flash. A length and a half then Kenwood Ass again behind them. Moon Chase followed by Razor Count as they straighten up where Star Cossack is the leader. Piking is fighting back along the inside, but Star Cossack about 6 off the fences. Dash clear of Piking in the final stages. Kenwood running on, and Flying Doodoo from the back with a good run, but Star Cossack's got it won, and Star Cossack draws away to win it nicely. 2.5 lengths to Flying Voodoo. As again might be third, just ahead of Kenwood, followed by Piking, then Alien Fella, and further back Shane's Castle. Next to finish in the event, Neverho Flash, followed by Razor Count, Moon Chase, Chase Me Charlie, Sterling Emblem, Noble Deeds, Weekend to run second last, and Fly with Eagles is the last home. Stand by for placings. Star Cossack at 6.20 and 2.50. Good staying performance because she was forced to go out 3 deep there from about the 1600 and just kept going. Covered plenty of extra ground, but was too good for them. Number 4, Star Cossack, ridden by Greg Childs, raced by the Hancocks Bloodstock Cossack Syndicate, managed by Shelley Hancocks, trained by David Hall at Flemington, won the Moonee Valley Oaks here as a 3-year-old, $6.20.
And away they go. Exalted Miss anticipated the start. Gala Angel blew the start. She missed it 3 or 4 lengths. And going forward, Landscapes Gift's going to look for the early lead, but also going forward on the outside on the early stages now. Up towards the leaders, we've got Exalted Miss on the inside and Distinct out 3 deep. Back on the inside on the nickel around it was Kipara Miss, a length and a half further back to Percolator. Gala Angel starting to make some ground from Touch of Fantasy. She's Our Blaze, and Triadica last of all. Arakazar getting to about 5th or 6th, but trapped 3 deep. They run inside the 1,000 now. Not a great deal of speed on early, and now Distinct takes over. Distinct rolls away to lead by a couple to Landscapes Gift second. Exalted Miss third on the inside. Then Gala Angel going forward after missing the start. A length and a half to On the Nickel on the inside of Arakazar. Triadica starting to improve from Kipara Miss, Touch of Fantasy, then Percolator, and She's Our Blaze last of all, but only about 5 or 6 lengths covering them as they move in the direction of the home turn where Distinct was the leader. Distinct leading by 3/4 of a length. The Landscapes Gift and Gala Angel out 3 deep. Exalted Miss sweating on a run 4th on the inside from On the Nickel. Then Arakazar, She's Our Blaze starting to work into it from Touch of Fantasy. Then Triadica, Percolator, and Kipara Miss last of all. In the home straight at the 400, Distinct rolled away from the inside. The run's there for Exalted Miss, and she sprinted through now to get on terms with Distinct. Wider out, Touch of Fantasy starting to join in. On the Nickel getting into the clear, and then Arakazar from She's Our Blaze. It's Exalted Miss, tackled now by Touch of Fantasy. Then On the Nickel and Distinct, but Touch of Fantasy swept to the lead for Stubby Holder, and Touch of Fantasy comes away to score by nearly 2 lengths on the line. Exalted Miss second, On the Nickel third, 4th Distinct, then Arakazar. Gala Angel next from She's Our Blaze, Landscapes Gift. Then there was a long break to Percolator, Triadica, and Kipara Miss.
Oh, yes, he's a great jockey. Jason Holder, Touch of Fantasy, number 6, $8.10 for the win and $3 for a place. Exalted Miss, number 2, $4.20 for a place. And number 5, On the Nickel, back in third spot. And the place dividend is $1.90. This 4-year-old mare recording her 10th win today from 33 starts. So she's as honest as they come. Touch of Fantasy, gathering them up in the last little bit, going past Exalted Miss. On the Nickel, back in third spot with the black cap. But Jason Holder doing the rest on board this mare. She's gone on to an easy victory and a well-deserved victory too.
He's expected to be very competitive. Now, Torbolino is the last one to move in. Starters onto his stand and caught them first pop. And the 6 of them came out as one, with Paris Duo going straight to the lead over Dynamic Blaze. Sweet Lucy will settle in the box seat. Marcis was 3 wide soon after the start, but is now easing in on the outside of Sukram, and Torbolino last of the 6. At the end of 300 metres, and Paris Duo being allowed to stride, led nicely, a bit more than a length to Sweet Lucy, a length to Marcis and a half to Dynamic Blaze on the outside, followed by Sukram and a half length away Torbolino. They've slowed again as they go to the 1,000 mark, and Paris Duo stacks them up and dictates the terms. Led by a length to Sweet Lucy, a length away Marcis, who's pulling a bit, a half to Dynamic Blaze on the outside, and the last couple Sukram and Torbolino. They've gone by the 800 mark, and this will develop into a sprint home. Paris Duo is the leader by 3/4 to Sweet Lucy, a length away Marcis and a half to Dynamic Blaze. Sukram is next with Torbolino on his outside as they come to the 600. Now they're starting to slide. Paris Duo by 3/4 to Sweet Lucy. Marcis in third place. Dynamic Blaze on the outside. And then Torbolino and Sukram as they turn for home. Paris Duo has shifted. He's come off the fence about 4 horses. Took Sweet Lucy with him. Plenty of room on the inside for Marcis, but she's immediately under pressure. And down the outside, Dynamic Blaze. Torbolino with the last run at them. Paris Duo going strongly at the 200 mark is clear of Sweet Lucy and Dynamic Blaze. Paris Duo the leader. Dynamic Blaze the danger, diving now. Paris Duo came out, badly checked Dynamic Blaze. Paris Duo beat Dynamic Blaze, but you'll hear more. Sukram has run third, followed by Sweet Lucy. Torbolino just couldn't get going. He was back in distance and got sprinted off his feet, and Marcis pulled up at the tail of the field. Stand by for numbers. They will be 5 Paris Duo, 2 Dynamic Blaze.
Open betting on this race. It's wide open. Denajaya, favourite on the tote at 580, and they're set 1,200 metres. Line is good. Victoria Park on the inside, standing up well. Energized has been well tried in the race, and they're set. Victoria Park the inside, and they're off, and Victoria Park dwelt and lost about a length or so. Hong Kwok Star also slow to get going. First out, Checkmore with Danajaya. Ruling Regions was away quickly and going forward. Perme just in behind them. Bento, Kaltar up on the outside, going fast, followed by Maximal Sir Swayze around the outside of Pride of Tartana. A length in Victoria Park, followed by Energize and Source of Divorce in behind them. Ken Daring and Hong Kwok Star last of all. Down the side, Checkmore in charge by length Danajaya. Half a length further back is Bento up on the outside, going forward, followed by Perme. Then Kaltar back in behind them. Ruling Region very wide. Sir Swayze making ground. Victoria Park behind them. And then came Pride of Tartan, followed by Energize over on the inside of Source of Divorce, followed further back by Maximal. Ken Daring second last, and Hong Kwok Star is last of all. Up towards the home turn. Danajaya race to the leader. About a head in advance of Checkmore. A length and a half to Perme. Over on the inside, Victoria Park still very deep. Sir Swayze gaining ground, followed by Kaltar. Then Source of Divorce well back as Energize as they make the home turn with Pride of Tartan. Checkmore kicks again on the inside. Got a half length to Danajaya as they straighten up. They're out by length and a half to Perme. Coming down the outside, Kaltar, and deeper on the track is Sir Swayze, followed by Victoria Park. Kaltar hit the front. 100 metres left to go is clear of Sir Swayze, and Kaltar's going to win it. Kaltar wins it nicely. A length and a half, Sir Swayze. Perme is third. Fourth, Danajaya, followed by Victoria Park. Source of Divorce, Hong Kwok Star. Checkmore, Energized, well back in the field, followed by Ken Daring, Pride of Tartan, Ruling Regent, and Maximal, and last of all, and well back is Bento at the tail of the field. Kaltar has won in good style. Been a moody galloper right through his career, but put his best foot forward today. Number 10, Kaltar, pays $17.90. And
J. McKell Cup. Billy Dale onto his stand, has the button. Old Yobro's very fidgety in barrier 9. Off in the McKell Cup, came away in a pretty good line. Magic allowed to amble out of the stall, and so was Sabile. One of the first out, wide out, is Mac and Me with Stony Bay, and they're going to cross over to the lead together. Yobro's prominent in the pale green colours, followed by Heart Ruler. There's a line of 4 here as they approach the judge, but now now it's Mac and Me and Stony Bay getting to the front from Heart Ruler. That mare wants to rip and reef. She won't settle in the early stages. On and On is handy on the outside of Yobro. Dance Hall Dame settling down midfield on the inside of Ask the Waiter, followed by Shozaloza. Inshallah Pratted 4 deep. By gee, the pace is solid going to the 1800. Further back then is Cybele, followed by Pete the Painter, and Magic is last of all. Stony Bay carting them along at a very solid clip at the 1600 mark, led by a bit more than a length to Mac and Me. Heart Ruler's in third place. Dance Hall Dame is tracking up on the fence and getting a perfect run. On and On is 3 deep around that far turn, followed by Yobro, and then Cybele and Ask the Waiter travelling 3 deep. At the head of the others came Inshallah, a gap to Pete the Painter, followed by Shozaloza, and 4 lengths away is Magic as they go down the back straight. 1300 metres out, Stony Bay the leader over Mac and Me. Heart Ruler third. Dance Hall Dame fourth, getting a cosy run. A length to Yobro on the inside of On and On, and then Cybele and Ask the Waiter with Inshallah 3 deep as they head to the top turn. 2 lengths to Pete the Painter on the inside of Shozaloza, and 3 away last is Magic. 1,000 metres out, Stony Bay in his favourite roll by 3/4 of a length to Mac and Me in the centre. Heart Ruler now allowed to stride up 3 deep. Dance Hall Dame on the fence. Yobro close enough if good enough at the 800 mark. On and On is under some pressure, and then Cybele with nowhere to go, followed by Ask the Waiter. Inshallah travelling 3 wide from Pete the Painter, Shozaloza, and Magic is last, and now they're starting to bunch up at the 600 mark. Old Stony Bay's called it a day, stopped as though he'd hit a brick wall, and Mac and Me has raced to the lead coming around the home turn. Getting to second, wide out, Heart Ruler. Cybele getting between horses. Dance Hall Dame on the fence, followed by On and Inshallah. Magic has pulled to the extreme outside, and Stony Bay will run last. In the straight, 300 out, Mac and Me the leader and going strongly. Mac and Me's a length and a half on Cybele. Magic is grinding away down the outside. Mac and Me still in front. Cybele, Magic, and Inshallah is still there. On and On, not getting much room. By gee, they're all over the place. Magic on the extreme outside, and Inshallah, they come to the line together. Magic and Inshallah, it's a head bobber, and there's little in it. I'm leaving it between Magic and Inshallah in a head bobbing finish. Now, a heap of them there for third, including Mac and Me and On, and Ask the Waiter close up with Heart Ruler, followed by Cybele, Pete the Painter, and then Dance Hall Dame, Shozaloza. Well back is Yobro, and Stony Bay is last in the McKell Cup. Oh, they are so wide on the track here. Inshallah and Magic, what a good run, Inshallah. 3 deep for the entire trip. Mind you, Magic's had to come from last, and, well, looking at that one, you'd say Inshallah, but stand by. Here we go, 5's the winner. Magic is the winner on the outside. Number 5, Magic, ridden by Darryl McClellan, coming from last in the middle stages with a long searching run down the middle of the track to nose Inshallah out of it, and 11 got third. On and On. 5.
Lion Good, Lanceret, Little Edgy in the stall in 4. They're off. Rules Galore first to begin to the inside with God's Wacky out quickly in the centre, Ad Infinitum, and Costello showing speed with Sweet Lady Bird. Coming down the outside, Western Reality, followed by Common Style, and just in behind them, Soulier, and Panit Jeunesse has got back to last. Racing to the judge, a lap to go. Costello takes up the running, leads a length, Ad Infinitum on the inside of Sweet Lady Bird, and going a bit deep out of the straight is Western Reality towards the leader. They're followed by Lanceret, back along the inside, Rules Galore, half a length to Queenstown Kate, followed by God's Wacky. Common Style in behind them, followed by Dolveet. Petit Jeunesse is second last on the inside, and Soulier's got back to last, 1,500 metres outer, and Castello in charge over a length in advance of Western Reality, followed by Ed Infinitum on the inside of Sweet Lady Bird. Close in behind them then Rules Galore, followed by Lanceret, a length further back as Queenstown Cater. They're followed by God's Wacky over on the outside, Dolveet, and very deep going to that far turn is Common Style. Panit Jeunesse is on the inside as second last, and Soulier last of all. They go along with about 1,200 metres left to go, and the saddle looks to have slipped here, and Costello, rider high on the irons, leads about a length in advance of Western Reality. Third over on the inside, Ad Infinitum, followed closely by Sweet Lady Bird, and Rules Galore getting a nice run along the inside. Further back in the field, then over on the outer came Lanceret, a length and a half to God's Wacky. They're followed by Queenstown Kate, racing one off the rail, a length to Dolveet. Petit Jeunesse is further back in the field. Common Style and Soulier commencing to make ground as they race onto the side. 800 metres left to go. Costello by a half length. Western Reality over on the inside was Ad Infinitum, followed next by Sweet Lady Bird. Hard ridden Rules Galore. Lanceret making ground. Queenstown Kate to the outside with Dolveet. leader. Common Style followed by Sulier, Godswaki and Petite Jeunesse has got back to last. Up to the 600 metre mark they race, and Western Reality over on the outside takes the leader from Castella, Sweet Lady Bird, and here comes Queenstown Cape with a good run. Ad Infinitum's had a lovely run on the inside, is making ground, and so is Rules Galore battling on. Round the home turn in many chances here. Western Reality tackled by Sweet Lady Bird. Deeper on the track, Queenstown Cape and Sulier. Then Rules Galore, Ad Infinitum as they straighten up. Sweet Lady Bird near the inside takes the leader. Sulier finishing very strongly down the outside. Sulier race to the lead halfway down the straight from Sweet Lady Bird and Queenstown Kate, and Sulier racing clear in the final stages, too strong. Sulier wins it nicely, a length to Sweet Lady Bird, third Queenstown Kate, followed by Western Reality and Dolveet, then Rules Galore, well back to Lanceret, Common Style, Godswaki, Ad Infinitum, followed by Castella, and last home is Petite Jeunesse. Sulier, patiently ridden, commenced to make ground at the 800 metre mark and just kept going for a good win. Very deep on the track there, Sulier. Number 2, Sulier, is the winner of the Gillies Chunky Beef Pie Handicap, ridden by Stan Sakos. Trained at Horsham by Barbara Marshman for L.W. Palmer, R.G. Sheridan.
And missing it hopelessly, XL Pilot. He missed it 15 or 20 lengths. Grey Oak came out flying, and Grey Oak's going to go to the early lead now from Lucky Day and Epinay. Amber Gaze was right behind those with My Modest, Caloray's Palace Lord Tracker, then Century Flag, and tailed right off XL Pilot. 700 out, Grey Oak led by a half to Lucky Day second. Epinay out 3 deep was third. Right with them, Amber Gaze and Caloray's the inside from Tracker. Then My Modest around Century Flag, Palace Lord, and tailed off XL Pilot, who bombed the start hopelessly. Up to the turn at the 500, Grey Oak led by a half a length here. On the outside, Lucky Day and 3 deep Epinay. Amber Gaze looking for a run, trying to hold her in the pocket there. My Modest, and Caloray's also looking to get out with Tracker. Century Flag pulled to the outside. Lucky Day hit the lead inside the 200. Caloray's getting out. Wider out on the track, Century Flag, but Lucky Day went for home. It got clear here of Caloray's Palace Lord making ground late, but Lucky Day, it's your Lucky Day again, son. And Lucky Day wins a length and a half. Caloray's Palace Lord third. Close up Century Flag and Tracker. Then Grey Oak, Amber Gaze. Don't know if she had a lot of luck, but she still got beat a fair way from Epinay. My Modest. And XL Pilot, well, he bombed the start hopelessly.
For the winner, Lucky Day, ridden by Simon Price, $4.60 and $2. Caloray, $3.70, and Palace Lord back in third spot at $1.60 for a place. So 4.10.6 at Morfettville. Now Belmont race 3, they're pretty close to action. Lawmakers, $2.50.
Run in the Southern Cross final. Starter onto his stand now, has the button, and they're ready to break. 1,500 metres the trip. Inside runner is Fraud. Gates open, off, good start. Beauty, in fact, came away in a perfect line, and Bay Tights is first to break that line of horses. Morphe is going up quickly, and Fraud is away fast, and right up there with them is Wakulash. Burrito settles down just off the pace. Sea Fighter in yellow colours trapped out wide. Zulu Chief is now pushing between horses. They're very tightly packed at the end of 300. Funny Tail getting back a bit, followed by Ripper, Chosen Warrior, and then Blue Gum and Saltash Castle on the outside as last at the 1,000 mark, and Bay Tight stacks them up. Sea Fighter caught wide. Brian York elected to kick up and go to the lead now. Sea Fighter takes over from Bay Tights. Morphe is third on the outside, and then Fraud and Wakulash, and Zulu Chief is obliged to race 3 deep. A length and a half to Ripper, who's off the track on the outside of Burrito and Funny Tail. A mile back is Blue Gum, awkwardly placed, followed by Chosen Warrior and Saltash Castle. 600 out as they near the turn, and Sea Fighter is the leader over Bay Tights. Morphe third, 3 deep. Zulu Chief will have to go 4 wide on the home turn, and then Fraud and Wakulash, followed by Burrito. Funny Tail getting up on the fence. Sea Fighter's well clear as they turn for home. He's got a good break on Bay Tights, who's getting out after him, and then Funny Tail followed by Morphe and Zulu Chief. At the 200, Sea Fighter's a mile in front. Bay Tights is knuckling down to his work. Sea Fighter clear with 100 to go. Bay Tights is trying his heart out in second place. Sea Fighter still in front. Bay Tights is getting to him with every stride, but the post will be too close, and Sea Fighter wins the Southern Cross over Bay Tights with Zulu Chief a good third. Then Funny Tail, Chosen Warrior, Burrito, followed by Fraud, Saltash Castle, Blue Gum never in the race, followed by Ripper and Wakulash. Last of all is Morphe. Sea Fighter went to the lead around the first turn. He was trapped out 3 and 4 deep, and Brian York summed it up very quickly and very intelligently, and allowed Sea Fighter to stride to the front under a good hold by the same token, and he dashed away and pinched a break at the top of the straight. Bay Tights tried his heart out in second place, as he always does. He's a very genuine little horse, Bay Tights, and he was gradually bridging the gap, but Sea Fighter had too big a break and has been able to hold on and win the final of the Southern Cross. Sea Fighter, number 9, Brian York, is going to pay $8.30 and $2.60, and that's a winning double for Brian York, who won the first race today. Second, Bay Tights, Justin Sheehan, $2.30, and number 8, Zulu Chief, third, Kevin Forrester, paid $1.70. Quinella on the race, $23.70.
The turn, Sahara Imperial led Sahara Z, then Noble Gypsy, Hot Property now, Chief De Beers, he's fifth on the fence, he's got no room. Further back in the field came Nevitt, and then Sahara Jeff as they turn the corner. Sahara Imperial the leader, Sahara Z coming out after him, Chief De Beers trying to get into the clear, and then came Noble Gypsy to the 250. Sahara Z and Sahara Imperial led together. Chief De Beers is into the clear now, he's trying hard to get to Sahara Z. Sahara Z just in front of Sahara Imperial. Chief De Beers is coming now, and look at Nevitt. Chief De Beers is flashing up. He took the lead. He's got up. 19 wins. Thank you. Chief De Beers has got up to win. The crowd have gone berserk here from either Nevitt out wide or Sahara Z, then Sahara Imperial, Sahara Jeff, Noble Gypsy, and last home is Hot Property. Number 1 goes into the frame.
Ready to go, and they're off now in the second last of the day at Moonee Valley, and Ron One on the inside was the first to jump from Frisbee. Out quickly also Danceland showing speed, followed by Dancing Sculptor, and just in behind them Martago and Plushka going very fast. Deeper on the track then My Bodyguard, followed by Sir Boom, and Jamati is in behind them. A length and a half further back in the field, Carinia Habit being followed by Nightly Sword from Tarbaba, and Video Fan has got back to last. Around the first bend, and Plushka takes up the running. Leads over a length to My Bodyguard, a length further back Jamati on the outside of Dancing Sculptor. Close up behind the Martago, and neck away the outside to Norfolk Island, a length and a half further back, forced to go 3 deep as Sir Boomer. Over on the inside, just in behind them is Ron One, and they were followed closely a bit further back in the field by Frisbee. 2 lengths away, Nightly Sword on the outside of Danceland, a length and a half, Carinia Habit and Video Fan, and Tarbob has dropped out to last. 800 metres out, and Plushka doing it well in the leader. About a length to My Bodyguard, a length and a half, Jamati travelling deep, a length further back as Martago. Dancing Sculptor hard ridden on the inside, wider on the track, Norfolk Island, followed by Sir Boomer. Then came Frisbee, Nightly Sword behind them, Danceland hard ridden, followed by Video Fan. Well back over on the inside to Ron One, followed by Carinia Habit, and Tarbob last of all. Up towards the home turn, 500 to run now. The pressure's on, and Plushka on the inside, about to be tackled by Jamati. My Bodyguard can't go on at the moment. Sir Boomer's making his run. And on the outside there, Nightly Sword, followed by Norfolk Island. Martago over on the inside as they round the home turn. Plushka about to be tackled by Jamati, and here comes Sir Boom over on the outside with a rattling run, and Nightly Sword is deeper on the track. Sir Boom's hit the front. Halfway down the straight, he's clear. Nightly Sword coming home well, and Video Fan right over on the outside. Sir Boom is the leader. Nightly Sword finishing gamely, but Sir Boom is in front, and Sir Boom's going to win it. Sir Boom wins it well by a length to Nightly Sword. Video Fan might get third from Jamati in a tight one for the minor placing. Ahead of Plushka, followed by Danceland. Further back in the field then came Dancing Sculptor, Carinia Habit, followed by Tarbob, Norfolk Island, My Bodyguard, Frisbee, Martago, and last home is Ron One. Well, that was his race, Sir Boom. Too strong for them. In the second last with a claim there for Adam Murfitt, claiming 3, coming in with 56.5, pays 320 and 150. 194 official placings. Number 1, the winner, Sir Boom, ridden by Adam Murphy.
Manic from Without Logic, Bodacious Babe, Voska. Next Romanticize from Concur, and then 5 to the Riderless Heart Reigns. Inside the 600 they go, and it's Star Aglow on the inside, on the outside Chevette. They lead by a couple to Ptolomeo Ken inside Lake Villa. Another couple further back to Newman. Around its outside, then Miss Cody from Salute. Then How's Billy. Damon still a long way back with it, Without Logic. Then Voska, Manic. Well back, Bodacious Babe, Concur. And last of all, Romanticise in the straight at the 300 Chevette after Star Aglow. Ptolomeo Ken coming after the pair. Miss Cody looking for a run. How's Billy joining in? Voska along the inside. Up the home straight at the 300. Now they're across the track. Miss Cody tackled by How's Billy. How's Billy after Miss Cody. Then Newman. It's Miss Cody and How's Billy. Miss Cody. Miss Cody responds to beat How's Billy. Ptolomeo Ken third. Newman fourth, and close up Voska. Behind those Salute, then Manic. Further back in the field, Chevette, Lake Villa. Behind those runners then, Without Logic with Damon. Then Star Aglow, Romanticize, Concur, Bodacious Babe. And there's the Riderless Heart Reigns.
A bit of a shot at the